June 16th, 2025. Let's see how the new plants are doing. The mulberry bush, mulberry tree, dwarf, is doing quite well. I opened this box the wrong way. Oops. Dwarf mulberry. This should stay relatively short. I think 8 feet is its max height, so I don't need to worry about the mulberry taking over the entire property. I've heard good things about the berries, so I'm hopeful. This was a bare root created from a tissue culture, so it's my first sciencey tree. The Assay Kiwi, female but self-pollinating. It's growing quite well. It even looks like I might be getting some flowers. I've had this 3 other kiwi plants for 4 years now. Nothing. This guy, just planted it. Berries. First year. I'm happy about it, but still. She is winding her way across up the bushes as I wanted. So that is the Assay kiwi. One of the female kiwis is going really well. Didn't get destroyed by rabbits. However, there are no flowers. Despite the rabbit's best efforts to destroy the kiwi plant, the male, it seems to have survived and is growing very well. But it has reset the timers, so 2 years before this thing gives me anything. Luckily, my self-pollinating Assay kiwi will hopefully give me something, and frankly, if it does, I might take out the 2 females here, take a cutting of the Assay kiwi and replace it, because I don't want to wait another 4 years to get freaking berries. The other female, this one was damaged by the rabbits significantly, but it is recovering. But again, similar to the male kiwi, at least 2 years before I can get any production out of this thing now, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, it's not too bad. I mean, it should be okay. I'm not too worried about it, really. Don't worry about it. I'm not worried at all.
I transplanted some strawberries, sequoia if I recall. I was curious to see what would happen if I just put them in the ground here. Same experiment with, I believe, is a Turani pepper. Extras that I had. How will it do here with very little water? This is the sea holly. Seeds were started last year, and it came back this spring. This should be its first year giving me flowers. Although it seems the aphids are also big fans, and the ants are farming the aphids. So we'll need to deal with that. Nothing a little spray of water won't help. Continuing on the topic of new, there was a clearance sale at the online store where I purchased most of my fruit trees and shrubs from. For about $20 with shipping, I got this super dwarf apple tree, sweet 16, small enough to grow in a pot. This was planted about a week and a half ago. Looks like we're getting some buds coming out. Should survive the trip. Should have some leaves in a week. And more aphids. Those bastards are everywhere. Apple tree in a pot. Herb garden's doing pretty well. Some might say too well. chamomile. This is all come back. Volunteer. Looks like we're getting near harvest already. $2. Okay. Huh. What kind of bug are we talking about here? Look at these guys. There's always new things to see in the garden. I think they're trying to reproduce. Good luck, buddy. So that is the herb garden. We've also got some Roma tomatoes. Seems to be doing pretty well. Hello, street noses. More flowers coming out. We'll see how the harvest goes. This particular bed gets more light in the morning. The raised beds get more light in the afternoon. So about 3 hours earlier here versus 3 hours here. So 3 hours earlier in the herb bed, 3 hours later in the raised beds, approximately. This bed is new. We've got 4 determinate tomatoes, some Romas, some Reprecos, and another variety, which escapes me right now. And in the middle here, we've got some celery, which so far is doing pretty good. A little bit of fencing to protect it from Mishu's destructive habits. Yeah, see, even now he's trying to get in there. Or he's smelling strawberries. Or compost. What are you trying to eat this morning, Mr. Pickles? Is that a strawberry? This is what he's smelling. Look at that. This strawberry is not for you, sir. Okay, you can have it. You want it? You want the strawberry? Oh, do you want the strawberry? Oh. Oh, there you go. A fiend. Yes, sir. You're like one of those mushroom hunting pigs, but you're a dog. And it's for strawberries. The rest of the strawberries are somewhere else, so you can't get to them. Look at that. I did not expect this yet. Alright. Oh yeah. There's the good stuff. Happy Friday the 13th indeed. Oh my. This is the first harvest of the season. I didn't even think they were ripe yet. Look at that. Alright. Let's see, which one of you is the most damaged? You. Okay. What happens when you have a dog and a strawberry? Trust me. See? You like these. And now you will try to steal all of them. Maybe that was a bad idea. Guess who's got some peaches? I thinned them out. There's only 1 or 2 left per branch. It's still pretty young. I'd rather get 2 or 3 than none at all this season. No apples this season. No flowers appeared. It's a pretty young plant. Perfectly normal. Plums. Ants. Why are there ants? Well. Better than it was. Loganberries. I might actually get some harvest this year. Thanks to the rabbits, that's been kind of impossible to get. Kabocha squash is starting to grow, so it's good. Need to add some fertilizer to this area. I need to fertilize and clean up this area. Asparagus. So it turns out this is actually a red columbine flower growing right in the middle of my captivator gooseberry. I just assumed it was a flower coming out of the gooseberry plant. I didn't know that was a thing, but you kind of figure, especially given that the leaf is actually pretty much the same as the gooseberry plant. I don't know where it came from. I want columbines, and it's native. So all I gotta figure out now is, how do I split these two up without killing either of them? Look at those flowers though. They're amazing. I need to add supports. This is getting heavy. Black currant, very heavy load this season. I just cut down a bunch of trees so I can use those branches as supports. So this is the black or golden currant. This is the flower / sunberries garden. A different section of the garden. Here you got some fire witch dianthus. This blooms for quite a while. Pink flowers, but that's okay. Rather pink flowers than no flowers at all. Here's another dianthus coming back for the 3rd year. It's about to flower. Nice flowers on this one. They're nice little white flowers with some red stripes on them. Dianthus seem to be a nice, reliable, most of the summer long plant. This blue dragon might flower. I'm not sure yet. Or late spring to early summer, so fingers crossed. And it's blue. That'll contrast against all the pink. Look at that. This is I want to say some kind of a phlox. I brought it several years ago, harvested seeds, planted them last year, and now it's growing here as well. Long-lasting flowers. I don't know that they attract a lot of bugs, but look at it. It's beautiful. So that is these flowers. I'll probably be separating this one later this season and moving some of it to the front lawn. It is a very slow spreader, but it is spreading. Back to plant sales. Cherry shrub. This was purchased along with the apple tree, the midget, or rather small dwarf tree. Don't want to offend anything. Seems to be leafing up pretty well as well. And this one's not full of aphids yet, so that's nice. Western sand cherry, despite being attacked by rabbits, is doing very well. No berries this year because I did not have a pollinator. Luckily, my new cherry bush is compatible with the sand cherry, so they will cross-pollinate each other. Hopefully. They should be close enough. The peonies are in full flower. Though I'm going to need to update their container, or rather fencing around it again, because everything's floppy again. So many flowers. They don't flower for very long, which is the downside, but at least you get a nice green shrub for the rest of the season. One of my clematis has started to flower. Despite transplanting the Victoria rhubarb last fall, I'm actually thinking of transplanting it again to the side of my property. This area just doesn't get a huge amount of sun between the fence and the shed. So I need to find a nice partial shade plant that'll do well here. Mind you, these thornless blackberries seem to be doing well. I may creatively transplant these. Minimize their travel distance. as they do like to propagate themselves. We'll see if we can limit it. I decided to grow some cucamelon after all. I figure, let's stick it in the same bed as another ridiculously fast grower. See who wins. I'm hoping that between my 3 hascap bushes and my cherry shrub that everything will grow correctly. I think I'm gonna have to deal with some trimming though. That's okay. Black raspberries are done flowering and they're now fruiting up. The new bed seems to be doing well. Beans have been planted, sunflowers have been planted. I stuck an extra pepper in there. Variety forgotten, but on screen now. Determinate tomatoes have been placed here. Got some seeds that are going to be sprouting soon for some bush beans, which will be going in this area here. I figure I can get 6 or 8 plants in this spot. I'm probably going to put some beans behind the tomatoes, given that they're determinate. Their life cycle is predetermined, so yeah, get something to grow after the tomatoes are done. Chocolate cayennes. Doing okay. Recovering from the crappy weather we've been having. Got a couple of peppers already. Getting new leaf growth finally. I might start them a bit later next year. Still playing around with those numbers. Market more cucumbers, some transplants, some seeds. Seeds are sprouting, that's good. Got some weeds to get rid of. Beet alpha, I think that's what it is, beet alpha. This is the Clancy potato. It's doing quite well. Quite the massive plant. Wait a minute, no, this is the French fingerling. Yeah, French fingerling potato plant. This is from one potato. I put 2 in, but one of them rotted out before sprouting, unfortunately. And amongst the flowering rocket, there are some more peppers. Jimmy Nardello and a King of the North. I'm gonna let these go to seed, arugula seeds. You good, buddy? What's that line from Oppenheimer? I am become death. At least if you're a potato beetle. So this is the Clancy potato. I'm pretty sure I have 2 plants in here. They were started all the way back in that date there on the screen. Seems to be doing pretty well. I haven't reached in to see if there's any potatoes yet, but I feel it's probably early for that. Off, mosquito! Damn. Anyways, that is what a Clancy potato looks like. That's the plant. It's yeah, accumulated quite a lot of size. Look what I found. Where are you? These are not your friend. Just get rid of the eggs. No more eggs. Oh, just get rid of the leaf. Clancy potato. Looks like she's already starting to flower. That's it for now, pickles. Just the one. While we're here, harvest this lettuce. So this is mostly brassicas. Got some kohlrabi, got some collards, some broccoli, cauliflower, cabbage. So far, however, the Katerina cabbage seems to be the only one that is obviously heading up. She's getting ahead. And this is the shortest one, so it should be done faster than the others. But this guy seems to be just starting now. Purple cabbage, or cauliflower. Snowball or self-blanching, I believe. And got some collards over there. Another brassica of some kind, which is called. There you go, thank you. And over here we've got a couple of celeries, mostly green onions, and my Paul Robeson tomato.
It's amazing. You are 100% wrong.
Which seems to be doing pretty well so far. Although look at the color of these. These are the red, darkest colored tomatoes I've seen at this stage of development. So it'll be interesting. I'm finally getting flowers on the blue shelling pea, which interestingly has a more pinkish colored flower. I'm gonna look for early season peas next year. Unfortunately, I'm running into an issue where my pickling cucumbers are gonna need the space that is being taken up by the peas here. Well, the yellow snap peas seem to be further along, snow peas rather. Might have to take some of them out, depending on the growth of these plants. Maybe I'll just put them up a post. That's another option. The garlic seems to be doing very well. It's taller than last year, so we'll see what that means. No garlic escape appearances yet, though, so she's still got a ways to go. Last year these were harvested in around July 25th, so we'll see if that date follows this year. And of course, more tomato plants. At least one tomato on it so far. Plenty more on the way. No tomatoes on this one, but several flowers. And this guy is doing pretty well as well. Got one nice tomato in here, more flowers on the way. And then here, this is Téton de Venus. This plant has been incredibly scraggly, difficult to manage. I didn't honestly think it would make it, but it seems to have recovered, and we're on the verge of getting flowers. This could be Amish paste as well. I kind of got my labels confused, as I usually do, but we'll be able to tell pretty quickly. Cabbage harvests, hopefully. Cauliflower, red cabbage, they're looking a bit more iffy, but we'll see what happens. More peas growing. Yellow snap peas, yellow snow peas. Definitely the fastest growing of the bunch. So we'll see how they freeze, because that's my main goal with these guys. And then over here, the boysenberry. Look at all the flowers. There were 3 berries last year. I got one of them. The other 2 were eaten by squirrels, presumably. But this year, oh, look at you. The one boysenberry I had, which wasn't quite ripe, was still quite delicious and large. Really large flowers. We'll see. I'm hopeful. The first nasturtium of the season. Pretty beautiful. And that is the state of things. Starting to harvest some fruits. I'll be harvesting strawberries throughout June, raspberries throughout July, kiwis, hopefully, in August, gooseberries, currants, loganberries, boysenberries, lots of berries. No blueberries. I might try those again in the future, but They have been way too finicky for me. 200 grams harvested today, and yesterday I harvested 150 grams of strawberries. This is only the beginning. Many harvests to come, and with the 3 ever-bearing varieties I have, hopefully I'll get some all summer long. You good, buddy? Sorted. Slicky here, man. There you go. You look fabulous. Pickles. How's it going?